Hey guys, it's Brittany. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. I'm about to do my makeup and I thought I'd go ahead and turn the camera on and record a video. We're gonna do a little get ready with me style video today. I'm gonna try on some makeup, catch up with you guys. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's do some makeup. So how is everyone doing? Life is still crazy, right? I'm about to use Touch of the Silk Canvas primer for my face. I got this in a Christmas set and it always sits in my makeup basket and I forget that I have it. So I'm actually been trying to use it. It's kind of like a putty. At first when I got it, I was not really sure how I was gonna like it, but I do actually think it leaves the skin feeling very moisturized. And I just feel my makeup sits a lot better on my face when I use it. So, is everyone, like, how are people doing with COVID pandemic? I hate to bring it up because I know we're all sick of talking about it or hearing about it, but this is our world right now and it's just pretty crazy. We, for the most part, are still staying home. I had to go to a couple wedding related events for my friend who's getting married in August, but other than that, like, we're still getting our groceries delivered, or we picking them up. I think I've only been to a grocery store like 3 times in person since this all happened, and I'm using Benefit Boing concealer. But yeah, I've only been in the grocery store like 3 times in person, and that is when things were calming down a bit, and honestly the numbers in Maryland are going up again. So we're kind of back to, we're gonna stay home as much as possible. We haven't been to any restaurants. I'm like packing the concealer on because if you couldn't tell, I have so many breakouts on my chin and I don't know how to get rid of them. I actually went to a dermatologist a couple weeks ago and they gave me a clindamycin lotion for my face, and honestly I don't think it's helping at all. And I'm not putting as much liquid foundation on, especially now that I'm home. I've been using my Bare Minerals foundation, the like mineral loose powder, and I thought that was gonna help and it's just not clearing up. I honestly am probably gonna guess it's anxiety and stress related, but I don't know. I'm trying to like not touch it and just let it do its thing, but it's not really helping that much. And then for under my eyes, I'm gonna do Bare Minerals concealer. This one I like more for spot concealing, and I just feel like creases a little bit under the eyes, so I like something a little more creamy and smooth. This one's got SPF in it too, which is nice for under the eye. But yeah, so we're just not trying to go anywhere. No restaurants, no social events unless it's, you know, like the wedding stuff we have going on right now. And we've seen my parents a handful of times this summer, and when we have, it's literally just been like them and my brother, and it's usually at our house or their house. So we're just trying to be as careful as we can, and hopefully things will calm down soon. It's just such a crazy time, you know. Okay, and then I'm going to use the Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer from ColourPop. This has been kind of the product I've been going for a lot more now that we're home, just something light and comfortable when I'm not using my powder foundation. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. Work has been pretty busy, honestly, since I've been home. And it's been hard, I'm not gonna lie. It's been really tough. Being new to a job and doing it remotely 100% of the time. I started this job in January, so I was literally there for 2.5 months, and I guess it was like 3 months, and then we went remote. And I mean, I'm grateful because not a lot of, you know, there's so many people who are still working out in stores, in person, at the office, healthcare workers that have to go in. So I feel bad even complaining because it's a blessing to be able to work from home. But just as someone who's still learning the job, it's definitely been challenging. But I do actually feel like I'm starting to get the hang of things, which is good. And it's starting to get really busy because it's about to be Q4, and that's really when things are ramping up for us. But I'm learning a lot, and I'm really lucky. I feel like the company itself, it's just got such a good culture, and I really do get the feeling that they're employee first. And as we thought about going back to the office, they were really nice, and they actually sent out a survey, and they were kind of asking us our feelings on things. Oh, I just like whacked my elbow on my vanity. Asking us our feelings on things, and under what circumstances will you feel comfortable coming back to the office. And based on that survey, and I'm sure they're watching the numbers and everything happening in Maryland, and they were like, we're definitely not going back to the office until at least after Labor Day. But they made that call in June, and so we haven't gotten an update yet on what they're going to do in the fall. If I had to take a guess, I would guess we would still be at home, just because now a lot of the schools are coming out and saying they're going to be virtual, and if you're a parent, I cannot imagine how that would work if you had to go back to the office and you have kids in school. Like, what are they going to do? I don't know. It's so wild. People with kids, are you guys surviving? Because we don't have kids, and I literally do not know how parents are keeping it together nowadays. All right, and now I'm going to use number 7, their translucent powder. I got this from Target, and I really like using this under the eyes. This was a recommendation from one of the YouTubers I follow, Jessica Braun, and it really is great at blurring the under eye area. And I just love to put this on before I do my eyeshadow and kind of set that area. I'm also gonna use my Makeup Forever powder foundation in addition to the tinted moisturizer I used, just because it gives you a little bit more coverage with the tinted moisturizer, and also it just sets the face really nicely. So I keep whacking my elbow. But yeah, so work is going good for the most part. Can't complain too much. And today we were supposed to be flying out to Barbados. Sad, so sad. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that other than it's just really sad. But we'll go back again. I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup bronzer. Honestly, before this even happened, we were a little on the fence about Barbados, just because the flights were expensive compared to Jamaica. It's it's farther, and the flight process was more involved because we'd have to have a layover in Miami, and it was just, I don't know. We were both kind of like, should we just switch it to Jamaica? Because I feel like Barbados, I love the Caribbean. Like, I love it. And we definitely want to explore more places in the Caribbean. But I almost feel like doing Barbados and some of those other islands, it would be better if we did a cruise. And that way you cruise out of Florida, and then you get to hit a bunch of different islands, and you don't have to worry about the travel time on the airline as much. Of course, now that doesn't matter because we're not going to be traveling anytime soon with all of this going on. So we're saving money, and that's exciting. So we're definitely stashing that money away, saving it for something special, and eventually one day we'll get to Barbados. Let's do eyeshadow. So in all my free time, I've been buying way too much makeup. And I recently got this palette from ColourPop, the Yes Please palette. And I've just been looking for some eyeshadow palettes with some really pretty summery colors. And doesn't this just look like summer? And I really love this palette because I feel like it's got some nice like fall colors. It's got some bright spring, summer colors. So I've really been enjoying this. Other stuff we've been doing since we've been home more, we've been starting some new shows. We watched Big Little Lies, both seasons. I think it's on Hulu and the HBO channel, and that show was so good. We watched it so fast too. And it's got Reese Witherspoon and Meryl Streep in it. Who else was in it? Oh, Nicole Kidman. It had like an all-star cast. It was such a great show. And we finished that, and then what else have we been watching? We watched, I'm trying to think. We've been watching all our usual shows, so like 90 Day Fiance, all those shows. And then we actually just started rewatching Once Upon a Time. So I've seen all the seasons, but Derek hasn't seen any of them. So I was like, hey, will you rewatch Once Upon a Time with me? And he was not excited about it, but he watched the pilot and he was like, okay, like that was pretty good. And then once you get past the first couple seasons, or not seasons, sorry, the episodes, you're hooked. And it's been fun for me to rewatch it because the characters evolve over the seasons so much compared to the very first season. And we were watching the other night and I was like, wow, I forgot how intense some of these characters are in the first season. And it's just such a good show as you start watching the storylines evolve, and you're kind of like reliving fairy tales that you already knew, but you're learning more about those fairy tales than you ever knew as a child. And the way they weave the stories together is just so good. The writing and acting on that show is amazing. It's great. And I've been like watching a lot of stuff on Disney Plus, which has been fun, especially since there's no future of us going to Disney World anytime soon, like any future plans, which is sad. Again, I don't know. I'm very grateful that we were able to go in March because that was such a great trip and we just had no idea that all this was going to happen. And I'm glad that we went with my family and Derek was there, and I've actually been editing and posting our Disney vlogs and reliving our vacation, which has been really fun to just watch those back, but it also makes me miss it a lot, and it makes me sad that we're not going to be going anytime soon. But you know, luckily we got that trip in, and I have been following, you know, some of the YouTubers who are going, and it's just wild to see, you know, cast members masked up, guests masked up. A lot of things are still not completely open there. A lot of the restaurants are, you know, shut down and limited selection. But I mean, I've heard the crowds are low, and so if you do feel comfortable going, I'm kind of like, more power to you, because when are you ever gonna get to experience Disney World with minimal lines? But at the same time, I've heard people say it's not the same, because part of the magic of Disney World is experiencing, you know, the energy of the crowds and the cast members, and you're just not getting that right now. It's just different. And I remember when my parents took us after 9/11, we were going, you know, a couple times a year, and we would get on rides and the cast members would say, hey, you want to stay on because there's not a line. And you know, we haven't experienced that since, you know, we were young and we went during that time. So I imagine it's similar, but you know, at the time we were kids, we didn't think much of it. But I definitely could see as an adult going, if you're used to going to Disney World as an adult with the crowds and that type of energy, it would be kind of eerie and weird. And it reminds me, I would imagine it would be similar when I was on my college program and we would, you know, be moving stuff in the park after hours, and the park was quiet and eerie and the music shuts off. And it's not going to be to that extent how extreme it is, but I remember that being like very eerie and weird. And I imagine it's a little bit like that. But yeah, it's just crazy. So I don't know. I'll be very interested. Hopefully there's no I don't know, like Florida's a mess right now, and that's just why I'm like, personally, I can't justify going. Just one, getting on an airplane. Two, Florida having such crazy spikes right now. I really cannot imagine going to Disney right now with it being like that. But yeah, especially being in the parks, I just think, I know Disney's being very cautious and taking major safety, you know, measures to keep people safe. But I personally can't imagine going right now. So we're going to hold off. But I have been enjoying following people who are going and hearing their feedback and experiences from Disney. But yeah, I miss it a lot. I can't wait to get back. I do think I'm going to tap on some of my Champagne Shimmer from my Charlotte Tilbury palette on top of my eyelids. I think we're going to go look at furniture today. We've been putting it off for a really long time. We've been looking online. And just because we've been trying to stay out of stores, we haven't gone yet. But our couch, we have a love seat downstairs and it's a sleeper sofa. And it's just not the most comfortable couch to have as like a lounging couch, you know, where you're going to sit and watch a movie for an extended period of time. So I think we're finally going to bite the bullet and mask up today and go look at some couches. Just because we're home so much now, so it's, you know, we keep putting it off, and it's something we actually need. The sleeper sofa we're going to keep. We're just going to move it to the basement, and that way when we have guests come over, they can pull it out as they need to, and we put a TV down there, so we'll have that extra sitting room. I'm going to use the MAC Glow Play Blush. I just got this from Ulta. I ordered it online, and I love it. It reminds me of the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter and that consistency. So it's a cream, but oh my gosh, look how pretty. Isn't that the prettiest color? It's this nice peach shade and it's just beautiful. And it leaves almost a sheen, a glow. Obviously the name is Glow Play, and you know, it leaves that glow effect, so you don't even need a highlighter with it. And it's just super easy. Just tap it right on the cheeks with your finger, and it's beautiful. I love it. I have used this 3 days in a row, and I feel like I'm not going to be able to put it down. It's really nice. Let me throw some eyeliner on, too. I might do brown today. I don't know. I feel like nothing else is really new. We've been cooking a lot at home, which has been good. Are you guys getting takeout and stuff? We, for a while, were like not doing it at all. And then we kind of, oh, I think this one's almost out. This is my Stila eyeliner in brown. And what color is this? Lionfish. I really like this one, but it's running kind of low. We've been getting carry out a little bit, not a ton. But it definitely, since we've been cooking so much, I do get in these funks where I am just like, can we just order out tonight? But it's definitely not the same as going to a restaurant. I definitely miss going out, and I think that's why I'm still doing my makeup and stuff, because it just makes me feel better. I don't know, it's just a nice part of the routine, but I do miss like doing my makeup and getting dressed up and going out for dinner and just social events, because we're not doing that right now, which is kind of why I'm still, you know, going through the motions of getting ready and stuff, because it just makes me feel better. I think it's good for your mental health to like get up, get dressed, do your makeup, and just go about life like it's semi-normal, because it just gives you, I don't know, a better sense and feeling that things will be okay. All right, I'm gonna use L'Oreal Bambi Eye today for mascara. This has been one of my favorite mascaras of the summer. I bought this in March. Ooh, these curls though. I don't normally curl my hair, but this morning I was just like bored, so I did it. Living my best quarantine life, when you're just finding random activities for you to do to pass the time. I also have been trying to work out a lot more because I feel like now that we're at home, I'm not walking around or walking as far as I normally would, because if you're going to the office, especially in the city, it's like after you park, like walking to your building, and just like walking to the grocery store. Since I haven't really been going to the grocery store consistently, we've been getting the groceries delivered. Definitely, I walk the dog every day, and then I've discovered these HIIT dance workouts by EMK Fit on YouTube that are so much fun. And they're 20 minutes, so if you do one, it's a very quick workout, but sometimes I'll do 2 of them and I'll do her stretch workout afterwards. So it's like a 45-minute workout, and I'm usually drenched in sweat afterwards. They're so much fun, but they're such a good workout. The one I did the other night, I did 2 back to back, and I think I burned like 340 calories according to my Fitbit. So I've been enjoying those. So I've been trying to do those a couple days a week. I was running and I was really enjoying that, but it's been so hot in Maryland. I feel like this has got to be the hottest summer we've had in a while. So running has been very, very difficult. So I've been trying to do more inside workouts, but I've really been enjoying them. And I definitely, again, it helps with my routine to be doing workouts after work. And I think I sleep better at night too when I do them. So definitely been trying to do that a lot more. Lastly, for lips, I pulled out a MAC lip liner that I haven't used in forever. It's a red berry color, and then I'm gonna use a red lipstick today. I'm so bad at lip liner. And then I'm gonna use my ColourPop lippy stick, and trust me, ooh, this is bright. This is a matte formula, but it actually is very comfortable. That is a fiery red, but I kind of love it. And as always, just so you can see the makeup in the natural light, isn't that blush amazing? I didn't put any highlighter on, and it looks so glowy and beautiful. And I love these eyeshadow colors. I have a very red punchy look going on today, but I love it. So fun and so summery. I'm all set and ready for the day. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video and catch up with me. It was so nice chatting with you all. I hope you guys are doing well and staying healthy and staying safe. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.